server gets hacked or something and people's wallets get leaked, people get, I suppose, virtually robbed. Is that possible?
I mean, anything is possible, but is it probable? It's unlikely. I mean, Bitcoin, for example, has been studied and reviewed tens of thousands of times. And the reason it hasn't been hacked over the last decade is because they can't hack it. And does that mean that in the future there can't be something? I don't know. The point is, your main objective is to be with the highest form of currency, the best type of money. We've fallen under the illusion because of the dollar to think that the entire world has always been a uni-currency ecosystem. Back in the day in the United States, you would have a different currency for every different state. So everything was very fractionalized. This idea of one currency, hey, I can use dollars in Italy and I can use dollars in Hong Kong and I can use euros in Spain, and then I can take the euros and use it in the US as well. This idea isn't necessarily common. Money used to be a lot more fractured. So the question now is, what's the soundest form of money in order to keep my time, my energy, and my efforts and preserve that value? And to me, I've just found it to be Bitcoin. I don't find it to be banks. I don't find it to be real estate. Once again, the real estate, you don't own it. The bank can come and seize it. The government can come and seize it. If you have a mortgage on it, it doesn't belong to you. You own a percentage of it. You have overheads, expenses, liabilities, things of this nature. I don't want that headache. And when you understand the Bitcoin of nature, finite supply, you understand that there's not more being made. You understand that there's hacks taking place all the time. The supply is being reduced. People are selling less and less of it. There's less millionaires in the world. There's more millionaires, than there are Bitcoins. So if every person that's a millionaire wants a Bitcoin, there's not enough. So scarcity is also important when it comes to understanding supply and demand and storing your value in certain assets.
So if I was to put, let's just say 20K into my account right now for crypto, how would you distribute that? And this isn't financial advice, so I don't want people.
So this is for like this bull run?
Yeah.
So for this bull run, I would say put 50% right away in Bitcoin. Don't even think about it. That's kind of, you don't play with it. You keep it. Probably put 5 in ETH, 5,000 in Ethereum. The rest I'd probably split 2,500 in Solana, and then the rest we can probably gamble. Play a little meme coin, play a little leverage.
Let's see where it gets.
Why not? But I would play the 3 essential pillars right now that are running the narratives. Bitcoin, the Bitcoin ETF, we just got it approved recently. The Ethereum ETF, Solana ETF is upon us. Like, these things are taking place. You see maybe a 2 to 3, maybe 4x multiple across those. And then obviously if you're playing the crypto game, you got to have that little degen side. So
let's just say you've made a whole load of money in crypto. What would you do to preserve it exactly?
Keep it in Bitcoin.
You would just keep it there. You wouldn't invest it in other businesses or anything like that. You just keep
Bitcoin
it.
is the greatest asset in human history. People just don't understand it. Dude, I'm in my 20s. I'm worth tens of millions of dollars. I'm not an idiot. People say you got lucky. I didn't get lucky, dude. I worked my ass off for a decade, but I just worked smart. People, maybe we worked the same amount. Maybe you worked harder. Okay, maybe you worked harder than me. It doesn't matter. Maybe I know something that you don't. So when I understand where the world is headed, I understand that what I need is to own my assets. So why the fuck would I have gold bars? If the world goes to shit, the world goes to shit, dude. Oh, okay. Maybe I invest in, some timepieces. Maybe I invest in some real estate. Maybe I diversify. But my understanding of wealth preservation is Bitcoin, dude. I understand it. There's limited supply. I know how many people want it. I'm in the conversations with the guys that literally run the world and run the internet. They all fuck with Bitcoin. They're going to be the rulers of the world of the future. They all love Bitcoin. They all love crypto. So I'm within that space because that's where I operate. On the flip side, the other place where I preserve my wealth is within businesses. So I like to invest in companies. I like to put my money into companies that are going to have the appreciation of equity that then I can sell or I can exit. That's where I find it because I actually have control. Real estate is great. I just personally have never really tapped into it. Most millionaires have come from real estate, so there's no diss there. But the times are changing. There's ways to make money, and crypto and the ability to control via equity or performance of companies for cash flow is the way that I operate. It's working quite well.
So the knowledge you're giving out right now is like the knowledge you'd give in Capital Club, right? Now, is Capital Club a place for someone to get rich, or is it for the rich?
Interesting that you asked that. So Capital Club operates in a multi-dimensional funnel because I've taken into consideration aspiring entrepreneurs, developing entrepreneurs, entrepreneurs that are experienced, and they all have different needs. And because I've gone through these different phases, I know what these individuals need in their given phase. So I can't tell you how an entrepreneur that makes $100 million a year should act, because I've never made $100 million in 12 months. But I can tell you how to make $20 million in a year, because I've made $20 million in a year. So up in the Capital Club's proportion of growth is in direct proportion to me as a founder, my ability to create and curate experiences for that given category.